Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we are pleased to be joined by Jaxon McGuigan of Manchester Baseball. How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So, just talk about how the season's going so far, and you guys are heating up at the right time.
Yeah, so we started off, kind of right around that 500 mark, 10, 15 so games in, we were right around 500. Winning against some good teams, but um, we were having a fine season, and then we started to really have things click. We've won 18 of our last 21, so we're heating up at the right time. Got districts tomorrow. It's just we have a really tough district, so we're gonna have to. We know we got to bring it no matter what. Um, and just keep playing our game. We're playing well, so we trust each other. We trust that we can get the job done. We just gotta focus in on 7 innings both games tomorrow.
What is playoff baseball like?
Um, it's really interesting because it's like one game and you're out, right? So if you have one bad game, your season's over. It's when you stay, like you lose, you're done. Win in advance, survive in advance, kind of is our motto here. We got a tough district, so the host was Clinton this year. They had a really good season. I want to say they're 29-2 going into districts, and they had to play the pre-district. It was unfortunate for them, and they lost on Tuesday, so their season's over. Even though they're like the second-ranked team in the state, all it takes is one bad game, and you're out.
And also,
It's a crazy feeling.
baseball is a pretty funny game. Get a base hit, and you know, you can get hot.
Exactly.
And
At this time of the year, it's you just see more like low-scoring games where it's like you don't see like 10-8 or 12-10. It's more of like the 3-1, 4-2 kind of ball games. So all it takes is a couple hits here and there, timely hitting.
just saw.
Hitting when there's players on.
No, I mean, I just saw an 8-0 game on earlier this week, and it had 4 home runs in it. So you
Wow.
never know what
Yeah.
can happen.
Right.
Um, so what's it like getting a base hit?
I mean, it's funny because it's baseball, so like it depends on what kind of hit you get, right? You can do like that's the thing about baseball is that like you can do everything right. You can barrel the ball up, hit it right where you want to hit it, and it gets caught, or like someone makes a good play and you get out. Or sometimes you can hit it off the end of the bat, it just dribbles a little bit and you can beat it out and you get a base hit. So like that's what's funny about baseball is that you can do everything right and get out, or sometimes you do like almost everything wrong and get a base hit. For me, like if I find a barrel, like if I'm looking for something I want and I find it and I get that base hit that I was looking for, like I kind of feel like I'm on top of the world. I was like, I own that at bat. I'm feeling good, but it's not something that happens every single time.
Yeah. So talk about like how you know this team has been, and just what's it been just like to be part of this big run that you guys have been on.
It definitely feels something special. We had a couple tough losses earlier in the year, close games. Not I mean like we kind of hit. It felt like we were hitting in phases where like some people would be hitting good, and then some people wouldn't be hitting good, and then when those people start hitting good, the other people start hitting bad. But now we kind of are having everything rolling. Like 1 through 9 in our lineup, we're kind of hitting well. We feel like everyone, there's not a spot in our lineup where it's like, oh, this kid's probably gonna get out. We're confident everyone can get a hit. We're not really making many errors. Um, we're throwing the ball well on the mound. Everything's just kind of clicking for us right now, and we know that like all it takes is one bad inning, and our season could be over. So we're just trying to stay focused and locked in every single inning. We know that there's a good chance we get down or we get down early. We just got to keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, and keep pushing. Um, Play all 7 innings because you get 7 innings for a reason. We've had a couple games in this stretch of games. Like we played on Tuesday, we were losing the entire game. We were down like 3 or 4 runs in the last inning, and we were able to score like 6 and win. There was one game where we were down to our last out, down 4 runs, and we scored 5 and won the game. So we know that no matter what, we get 21 outs to work with. We got to use all of them. We can't just give up at some point because we're losing.
So what's your personality like, just like among everybody else? What just take me through like a team practice or something, or just like how everyone
Um,
interacts with each other, because it seems like a pretty fun environment over there.
we try to stay loose. We know like sometimes we got to focus in and and really dial it in, depending on like the games and practices. But we try to, stay loose and stay fun, stay positive because we play this game to have fun. I mean, that's why we play is baseball. Um, so it's not like we're like at army boot camp or something, and it's like you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. We're always joking, having a good time with each other. We all like each other. We're all really good friends with one another, and that just helps them so much when everyone's friends and we're always just talking and having a good time. And so in the dugout, it's always just good energy, and sometimes that's hard to keep up because if everyone's struggling or people are having bad games, it's easy to get down on yourself because baseball is such a tough game. Like when you mess up, everyone's looking at you when you mess up. So you can't really just like kind of hide. It's like if football, if you miss a block or something, it's like, well, maybe someone didn't see that. But it's like if baseball, if you miss your ground ball or you have a bad at bat and you strike out, like everyone's looking at you. So it's easy to get down on yourself. And there's times where people get down on themselves in the dugout, but there's always at least someone or a couple people that are always, no matter what, trying to stay positive and keep everyone motivated, everyone up in the dugout. And that's really what's helping us win lately is that no matter what, there's always people stepping up. Like even myself, like sometimes if I'm struggling, like I want to put my head down, I want to sit on the bench for a couple of seconds, like I want to get over it. And I got a couple of teammates like come up to me like, hey, we still need you, right? You get another at bat. You're gonna have balls hit you, right? You're gonna have opportunities to make up for it. We still need you. We need you. We need you. Like you got to stay in this game, and that's how we kind of feel like 1 through 15 on our team is that everyone tries to keep everyone in the game, keep talking, keep motivating one another just to keep having fun playing the game.
So there's only 15 of you guys?
I think I think we're down to 14 now, but I it might be 15 because we pulled up JV kids. So
Okay.
I think it's 15 roughly, give or
Do
take.
you know everybody on your team?
Absolutely.
Can you name all your teammates?
Yeah, I definitely could. Um, like our lineup, we've kind of had the same lineup all year.
Okay.
So Neil Gephardt, he's our like second baseman. He's our second pitcher. He hits one. Gunnar Carson's the catcher. He hits two. I hit three. Cannon Duffing hits four. Wyatt Carson five. Luke Blumenauer six. Alexander Woods seven. Bubba Duffing eight. Carson Horkey nine. And then on our bench, Thomas Helquist, Jack Calusi. I'm trying to think of like the JV kids that were pulled up too. Chase Conklin, Garrett Wallace, Ben Pauly, and I feel like I'm missing someone, but I don't I don't think I am.
Well, if you are, they'll probably come at you. So
Yeah, probably.
yeah. So what is your
Uh,
what
I feel
okay,
good. I think I got everyone.
okay. So what is your like overall personality? Like just outside of baseball and everything else?
Um, I try to just I don't know. I try to make people smile. I try to always be smiling as much as I can. Look at the positives of things, not really focus on the negatives as much as I can. I just like hanging out with people, like hanging out with friends, just trying to find a good time. I don't really like sitting around doing nothing too much unless like I'm exhausted, like a long day at work, and then I go to baseball, and then like sometimes I'm just exhausted. But um, most of the time I'm trying to like find something to do and just have fun with people, and joke around. I'm always like just trying to joke with people and make people laugh. Kind of what I try to do.
Yeah. Um, okay. So yeah, I know you talked about getting over a mistake in baseball. So do you have like a story of like just maybe how you got over something?
um, hmm. Yeah, I actually this is a good one because um, last year we didn't have as good of a season as we wanted. And then me particularly, I was kind of down on myself. I was like stressing over like college is watching me kind of, and I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And like I wasn't having a bad season, but like for my standards, I was kind of having a bad season. And it was like I'd say midway, maybe a little bit after midway through the season, and I I caught a ball. The center fielder threw a ball into second base, and I went to tag the kid out, and his cleat went right into my hand, and it split my hand open right here, and I had to leave the game. I had to go get 7 stitches in my hand, and we were winning that game. It was against the best team in our conference, and we were winning, and we ended up losing that game when I left, and I got 7 stitches in my hand. Doctor told me I could play if I wanted to at my own risk, like of it opening up again. And so then I talked to like our trainer, and I was able to wrap it up really well, and I was able to like DH for like a week and a half until I got my stitches out. And so when that happened, I was like, we went to a game against Napoleon, and I was thinking like, hey, I just want to start having fun more. Like I don't care how the season ends. If I hit bad, I got stitches in my hand. Like I don't really care. I just want to start having fun again. And we were playing Napoleon at their field. One of my buddies, Grant Bradley, was pitching. I've grown to know Grant like my whole life,
Yep.
and he's one of my best friends. Going to Michigan, like really good kid. And I was hitting. I think it was my second at bat. I think I got out my first at bat, and then my second at bat, I came up to hit again, and Grant threw me a high fastball, and I ended up taking him yard. It was the first home run he ever gave up, and it was like awesome because he's like one of my best friends, and it was like a moment where it's like that like flipped the switch for me, and I ended up finishing the year like really well. I batted like 15 for 20 or something like crazy good when I had stitches in my hand, which was really weird. And like it was like that moment was like, hey, you know what? I just want to have fun because like that's the coolest thing I'm gonna do this year. I know that. And that happened when I had 7 stitches in my hand and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna play this morning when I woke up. And
Yeah.
like that after that moment, I was like, you just gotta stay focused and like stay positive about everything. And I took that kind of into this year was that same mindset of like, I'm a senior now, right? I'm supposed to be leading the team. I already got my college figured out. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I just want to have fun. I want to have fun with my friends is kind of the like theme or like that's kind of what I wanted to do this year. And it's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah. Of course, Grant was on this podcast not too long ago. So yeah, we'll have to probably get him back on again. I mean, that's a story. It's like it just kind of, flipped the switch for you a little
Mhm.
bit there. But yeah, it's just are you like people say everything happens for a reason, and
Yeah,
now look at you now.
right. I say that all the time. I love telling that to people. Like if they're down, like everything happens for a reason. Like you just got to keep going. There's a reason that you did good here. There's a reason you did bad here, right?
Yeah.
It can't do good all the time.
Yeah. What's going to be the what's this postseason like? What do you feel like you have to do tomorrow to get through a really, really tough district? And in
Um,
yeah,
I think I just gotta be myself and lead my teammates, try to have a good time playing the game we want to play. Um, just I gotta focus on not trying to be anything more than myself. If I try doing too much, it might backfire. I might do less. I know that like me, myself is enough for my team to help us win if I'm just myself because we got other kids that if I have a bad game, I know that I got teammates behind me that can pick me up. So I don't gotta try to do everything myself. I know that I don't have to do everything because I got teammates that think the same way as me. Or it's like all we need is one hit here, and then one more hit, a stolen base and a hit, and it's like boom, that's a run, right? A base hit or a walk, stolen base hit, now it's a run. We know all it takes is a couple swings, a couple pitches. So I think for me, personally, is just to like be myself and not try to like overdo me, kind of.
all right. All right. Well, Jackson, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and
Yeah,
best of luck tomorrow.
thank you, I appreciate it.